Hello everybody, this is a video on how to extract DNA. So before we get started, you'll need to invest in a few equipments. They may look like a lot, but actually it's cheaper than a night of binge drinking or 3 dollars of dope. I know they have their pleasures, but if you are the curious kind, these little babies can bring you a lifetime of joy. Anyway, moving forward. Now, before we start anything, it's absolutely important that you take protection. Since you'll be working with chemicals, some of them could blow up. So you need to protect your eyes, and you know what they say about the rubber. Now, first you're gonna need some denatured alcohol. Now you need to pour a small bit of it in a container, make sure it's absolutely airtight, and put it in the refrigerator before this experiment begins. We're gonna need frozen alcohol. Make sure it's sealed tight inside the refrigerator or kaboom. Anyway, also you're gonna need some pulp. Here it's tomato pulp. I have already used the blender on it in the kitchen, so you could use a banana or any of the other, preferably soft fruits. It's easier to extract DNA from them. You could use human fluid too, mucus, blood, semen, and so on and so forth. Now, you're gonna need a bit of table salt, some washing soap, Vim or Brill or any of the normal standard brands, some equipments, a test tube with a couple of markers, points marked. This is 3 centimeters and then another 3 centimeters, so a total of 6. This is 6, this is 3, this is 3. Whoa. You do not want to be careless like that. Now this is not the ideal environment for a lab because it typically contaminates samples, and if you were doing it in a clinical fashion, then this would be a complete no-no. For home experiments, this works. So, we're gonna first prepare the solution, the extraction solution. This is distilled water. Any mineral water or normal water would do. You can use tap water too, but I would suggest you use drinking water. Mix the soap in it gently. You don't want too much of foaming happening. A wooden spatula helps. You can use things from the kitchen too, but once you use them here, you can't use them back in the kitchen. Not unless you want to, fall sick. Anyway, then goes the salt. And gently, without controversy, so that there isn't much of a fight between these elements, how they say about communal forces. Anyway, just gently, so as to avoid any kind of foaming. Here. And there we have our solution. As you can see, I'm quite careless. You could avoid being that. Since this one is kind of benign, but once the alcohol comes in, they get a little nasty. And they tend to leave spots. So you probably don't want to use that mahogany table that you have at home. Well, I am using a steel glass. In goes the solution. And in goes extraction fluid. And that's your thing ready right there. Now we go to step 2. These are lab filter papers, but I am told they are not ideal. You should use coffee filter papers. I'm told they're better. But well, I am going to use these lab papers because I got them with the kit and I don't want to waste money. And after all, this is just a hobby, not the Human Genome Project. I'm just gonna go ahead and use these. Gently pour some into it. We are looking to fill this guy up till the first level. Remember? Till the first level. Now this is the end of stage 2. I'm gonna catch you in stage this is the end of stage 1. I'm gonna catch you in stage 2. By the time we should have this ready. See you soon. Alright, welcome to stage 2. Now, it's been a few hours. And remember, we still got our things on. So, now, if you see, this is up to the mark, the first mark, 3 centimeters. Now, it takes a while for this thing with the coffee, with the lab filter paper. You could use coffee, it might be a little faster. So it's taken me what, 4 or 5 hours now, but it's been worth it. So now this is the denatured alcohol which I spoke in the beginning. It's been sitting in the freezer for about 4 to 5 hours, and we're gonna now mix it with that one there. So to first open it. This is the tricky part, you gotta be careful. Now when you mix it, you don't want to mix the alcohol straight away. You want it to dip in along the glass line so that it forms a separate layer on top. For those of us who remember sedimentation and decantation from school days, it might just be an helpful experience. So we're just gonna take this and fill it up with alcohol, and then slowly let it dribble along the walls so that it does not disturb. I've never done this before, it's my first time too, so I hope my hands are steady as they should be. See, so far so good. Is there any alcohol left? Need more. Okay, you want to make sure none of it comes on your hands. Okay, see, now we've got them here at the second level. 3 centimeters, 3 centimeters. This is alcohol, this is the fluid from the pulp. We're going to slowly set the test tube back. And we're going to seal this. Great, once that's been sealed, put back. Let me see. Okay. Now comes the good part. We're gonna take this stopper and close it tight, and we are going to tada, mix them up. Now, I can see some pale threads in there. It's very weak. It's gonna take some time, and we're gonna have to put this thing back into the refrigerator, and in a few hours we should have DNA floating up on the top of it. End of stage 2. I will see you, well, it's kind of close to midnight now, so in the morning tomorrow with stage 3. Until then, see you. Hello and welcome to the stage 3 of how to extract DNA at home. Remember, glasses and the rubber, apart from the obvious roller protection, they're beyond cool to wear. Now, we've been keeping this, this was in the refrigerator all night. So now we're gonna take it out, and you can see that thing over there is a clump of DNA. DNA usually soluble in water, so we can't see it, but when surrounded by cold alcohol, as we put some alcohol in it and kept it in the freezer, you see, now this thing is accumulated here. Now all that remains is to take this thing out and put this baby on a slide. Make sure the slide is clean. Take a wooden spatula. Try and make sure it's not contaminated, because then you might see that under the microscope. Now, for those who don't have a microscope, the experiment ends here. The experiment was about how to extract DNA at home, and you've managed. See, as you can see, as this thing becomes warmer and warmer, the clump of DNA goes lower and lower, and in some time it will mix back again. The only way you can actually extract it is to keep it back in the refrigerator and then get it out. We're gonna try and get some of this clump of DNA out. Oh dear. And as you can see, we've extracted that and put it on a slide. It's still wet, so we're gonna wait for it to dry out. Once it dries out, we are going to fix it to these clamps here, and whoa, well, anyway, yeah, we're gonna use it to take a look through this. For those who want more DNA, because that kind of looks scant, you can always scale up the level of operations. And yeah, you can take the protective stuff off now. Well, thanks everybody. That's how we can extract DNA at home. I hope you've had as much fun as I did. Tomorrow we can do fingerprint analysis. That should be fun. Have a good day.